Good Monday morning. This is Two Local Radio, and I have a very, very, very great interview coming up soon. The phenomenal Chelsea Kreitz will be joining us. She is a Canadian superstar who's been at the CMA signing autographs and tours all over Canada and does so much for so many people. And my good friend JP Zamet told me she also, does adults with disabilities and everything, and I find that rather cool. But while we wait, I'm going to play her song, Four Wheel Drive, and hopefully she'll be joining us very shortly on Two Local Radio. And I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely excited, to get the chance and opportunity to interview this young lady. And, she does a lot of interviews and everything, and hopefully, can wow her over. We'll see. All right, we have the phenomenal, talented, and beautiful Chelsea Kreitz joining us right now on Two Local Radio. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. First off, I want to say this. I want to, deeply apologize. We had got off on the wrong foot and everything. And, I was talking about, no shows and everything. And you took it a bit personal, and it wasn't directed towards you. It was just in general. At that time, I had a bunch of people that no-showed, and unlike, the big stations out there, I don't have people to replace it on the fly like that, and it just lets our audience down. But it wasn't intended for you in any way, shape, or form, and the fallout we had, I do so apologize about. And, I wanted you to come on here to make it up to you and show you I'm not that bad of a guy.
No worries at all. Seriously, it's all good. Thank you very much, though.
I am glad. So how is your day so far today?
It's been pretty good. I woke up not too long ago and just answering some emails and stuff like that and getting my day started and having an interview with you, so it's really good so far.
All right. I'm not sure what people are hearing over on our normal platform. I'm still working on technology that's newer and everything. But this is regardless, people will hear this, and it is being on. So what was it like being over at the CMAs? Signing autographs and everything.
That was awesome. It was a great experience. It was super hectic and busy, but I wouldn't have changed it for the world. It was so much fun. It was just an incredible experience. It's even more of a great experience when you get to do it in Nashville and be around everything. It's such a magical city.
So being that's Nashville. What is like performing like? The differences between doing it out in Canada, which you're well known and you're always touring and you're one of the busiest young ladies that I've ever known, compared to the United States.
Oh, it's very much different actually. In Canada, like you said, I have my following and I have my fan base and I have all these cool shows that I do, which is awesome, and everybody appreciates the music. But I find when I go to the U.S. as well, they appreciate the music no matter who you are, and once they're a fan of yours, they never stop. I have people on my Facebook page, which I do read all the messages and everything like that have heard my music or bought my CD and just are like diehard fans for life now that they've actually heard what I'm all about, which is awesome. I had a few people notice me in Nashville, which was so cool. And during CMA Fest, all the people that were there, out of everyone that was there, they kind of noticed me, and we took pictures, and it was so cool meeting people that I've never met before that weren't even where I'm from. It was kind of surreal.
I totally understand that. I mean, I don't because I'm not a big star like you are. But but so what was it like? I mean, as far as my buddy JP Zamet, who originally got this interview together, um, talked about how you were doing causes like the adults with disabilities. Can What other causes do you do, and what's your main reasoning behind it?
I've done a few. Adults with disabilities is one of them, which is something that I support strongly. I also have done a few things for a cancer program, which is helping people that have undergone chemotherapy and everything to do with just the stresses and kind of that hectic whirlwind that you get when you go through something that dramatic. And they kind of just help you. I've also done some charities and stuff that help benefit homeless and underprivileged women and children. So I love doing that stuff just because it makes me feel better inside, but it's also helping other people. And I just love helping people as it is. And I always make sure when I go to those events, I always say this, that after the event is done, I like to know everybody by name that's either involved in the program or a part of the shelter, whatever it is. And I really like to get to know that person on a one-on-one level because I think it just makes the experience so much more worth it. And it really does inspire you to do bigger and better things because you never really know what some of these people are going through. You hear it in the newspapers and on the internet and stuff like that, but actually getting to experience their story on firsthand is really really inspiring and really helps you carry on to either better yourself and do things that are more, to help other people that are going through the same thing. So, and these people have such a heart, and it's incredible.
Exactly. I mean, I love the reasoning behind it. I love the fact that you're actually genuine and you're not doing it just as a publicity stunt. That
No,
is
I truly enjoy being there when I do things like that, and it's not about the money, and it's not about what I'm doing. I mean, I love singing, but if I had the choice when I go to these events just not to sing and to just know these people and see what they're all about, I think makes it so much more worth it. But hearing them enjoy my music, and they're some of the best people because they really appreciate your music and kind of feel what you're all about, connecting your struggles with their struggles and kind of putting it all together, and they just somehow get it, which is really great.
and that's absolutely awesome and everything. The thing is, you're really tying into what Tamara Bubble said, or that the interview we just had the other day. She was saying, well, when it comes to kids, have them be, the listeners of, whether music is good or not. You, on the other hand, you're saying, well, when it comes to, adults with disabilities, they really tune in and they really care.
They do. I've had a girl that has stuck in my mind every single show I go to that will seriously just stand there all night, no matter what song you're playing. You could just play a drum beat all night, and she will clap for you and dance to the music in her own way, and she is seriously incredible at it. And it's amazing because she has so much talent in her dancing and her appreciation for music, and it just doesn't matter what you do. She just absolutely loves it, which really makes an artist feel good because when someone can connect with it like that, not everybody is as brave to show their true personality and show how much they truly love a song or the music or just love being there with whoever is performing in the audience. It's great.
Nice, nice. I just got word from JP Zamet that we are, and even though it's not showing that it's registering, it is registering loud and clear. And he wanted to say that he's blushing, and to mention him, which I have mentioned you, JP. I don't know what station he's listening to.
That's awesome.
Um. So. So where have you, toured lately? I know that you're doing a lot of shows, and I do apologize, and I'm supposed to have the up and know-how, but when you go on your page, you're everywhere. So Well, why don't you give a brief rundown of where you've been?
Well, I got to start my summer with a bang, and I got to play some shows in Nashville and do all the stuff I did in Nashville, and I'm actually going back in October to do a bunch of stuff and talk to a few people with some cool stuff that I'm going to have going on there as well. But I've gotten to go to various places around Ontario and Canada. I've done a show in Parry Sound just recently, and I've gotten to share the stage with Aaron Prichette and Beverly Mahood, which are great acts here in Canada that are very well known. And it was awesome just being able to communicate with them, and they listened to my CD, which I thought was great because they didn't have to. So it was so cool just being able to connect with them on that artist level. I'm getting ready to go to Edmonton, and I'll be performing down there for a few showcases, and also I'm going to be at the CCMAs. I'm really excited about that, and I get to meet a whole bunch of people that I've never met before because it's actually my first time to Edmonton. So I get to meet all these musicians and stuff that I've communicated with online, and my other band members have played with them and stuff before. So I think it's going to be a great time. I have a busy year ahead. I'm going to be doing some Christmas stuff as well, which I'm so excited about because I love Christmas.
Nice. Just to let you know, Nashville is under 3 hours from Knoxville, and if you want to swing by, you're welcome to it. I know you don't have time, but
for sure.
So, when did you decide you wanted to get into the music industry, and when did you decide you wanted to be a singer?
I was about 7 years old. I sang ever since I was a little girl. Even when I don't remember that I sang, my mom would buy me those fake microphones, and I'd sing in them. And but there was a time when I was about 7 years old when I actually entered a school talent show, and I didn't want to because I was the shy girl, and I didn't want to get up on stage and either embarrass
You shy,
myself.
no way.
Yes. I didn't want to embarrass myself, and I didn't want to, forget the words or do something silly that you worry about when you're 7 years old that you shouldn't be worrying about at that age. So my mom kind of is like, do it. If you mess up, you mess up. It just do it for fun. So I signed up and I auditioned, and I actually got into the talent show, which was really cool. I sang the song Crazy by Patsy Cline. And so I step up on stage, and I'm beyond nervous at this point, and my mom has me in like this long dress, which I look back on it now and I was wondering what she was thinking. But at that point, I kind of just started singing into the microphone once the music started, and seeing the crowd reaction and talking to everybody that was coming up to me after the show and everything. I never looked back, and from that day on, I actually was singing. From there, I entered various amounts of competitions around my town and local festivals and competitions where it was more classical music and stuff like that. So I've sang mostly every type of music, which has been very interesting, and that's how I come to know that I absolutely love country, because it's just something that I connected with right away, which didn't happen with a lot of the other music that I had sang in the past.
All right, and me and my buddy, we were discussing, when we were looking at your picture and whatnot, and my buddy, thinks that you look a bit like Christina Aguilera, and I'm thinking a bit like
time.
Britney Spears. And which do you look like?
Well, I could tell you right now, if I got $1 for every single time I got told I looked like Christina Aguilera, I would be probably just as rich as Bill Gates.
Wow.
That is exactly how that goes. So I think I'm going to go with Christina Aguilera, because there is not one day, and this is me being completely honest, not one day in my life that I don't go somewhere and someone says, hey, have you ever gotten told that you look like Christina Aguilera? Or they'll come up to me and they'll say, you look like somebody I know. I was like, are you going to say Christina Aguilera? They're like, yes, that's it. I'm like, how did I guess?
Yeah, I always get Woody Harrelson, so I'm not that lucky.
I get it all the time. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to be Christina Aguilera, I'm the country version.
There you go. I mean, that must be flattering though for people to say that. I mean, she is a big star.